welcome back to Arkansas Storm Team Live at 11 o'clock. We just rolled through the forecast for you, and the forecast is chilly once again, but it is sunny and dry, and it's not as breezy as yesterday was. So I'm kind of cool with this forecast. I actually enjoyed a little bit of cooler weather yesterday just because it feels more December-like out there. It feels more like the holiday season. We're headed into New Year's. We're still having that seasonal weather for yesterday and today. So today, mid-40s for your high. We're still in the 30s right now. We'll probably be in the upper 30s at noon for your lunchtime hour, and then probably hit 40 1, 2 o'clock, and then top out in the mid-40s today. But not as breezy as yesterday, so overall should be a very comfortable Tuesday for December standards, so still grab the coat out there. Tomorrow, hard to believe, it is New Year's Eve, and it looks like it is going to be a little milder than the last couple days. Highs getting up into the mid to upper 50s with plenty of sunshine. A little bit of thin high cloud cover rolls in, but overall a nice quiet New Year's Eve forecast ahead of us. No worries weather-wise. You can be out and about celebrating New Year's however you please with really pretty nice weather for December standards. And then into New Year's Day, we'll start off 2026 actually fairly mild out there with highs making a run into the upper 50s. Some of us could hit 60 degrees to start off 2026. Which is a little bit above average for this time of year. Typically, we'd still be in the mid to lower 50s as we end the year and start the new year. So we'll be running around 5 degrees above average for this time of year. As always, if you have any weather questions, you could always send them to my Facebook page, my X page, my Instagram page, my TikTok, my Blue Sky, my Threads page, wherever you can find me on social media. I try and check those inboxes. Or you can always email me at jcullen@kark.com, and we can talk more about the forecast this time during Arkansas Storm Team Live. It's the perfect time to talk more about the forecast. If you have any questions or doing any traveling, you can send those to my inbox now. We're going to take a quick break. I'm going to check those messages, and then we'll come back with another detailed look at the forecast in case you missed it the first time. So we'll be back in just about 2 minutes.